Hey guys, I am back with a video for you guys today, and this is going to be all the books that I got this month in October. So this is going to be part 1 of my October book haul, and I am going to be doing a second one toward the end of this month, so you guys know I'll show you guys all the books that I get next week and any books that I get toward the end of this month. So that will be mentioned in that video, and this is going to be the books that I got at the beginning of this month, last week, and then this almost past week. So I got tons of books in the 3 weeks of October, and I got a few library books, as you can see over here. So I'm going to mention those first, and then I'll mention the books that I bought. And I won't go into too much detail about the books. All the details about the books will be in the description bar below, so you guys can know more details. All the links will be below, so you guys can check it out there. So if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. So further ado, I'll go ahead and get started, and I hope you guys enjoy. So, alright, so the first book is the sequel to Defiance by C.J. Redwine. So it is Deception, and this is the continuation of Rachel and Logan's journey, and I'm so looking forward to reading this one. I love Defiance, and it's on the shelf right over here. And I am so looking forward to seeing what happens in this one, and I love this cover. It's so pretty, and so yeah. I also have actually met this author, if you guys remember. I mentioned that I met her back in August to the book event that I went to, so very excited to see what happens in that. Now, moving on to the books that I got last week from the library. The first one being Into Goddess by Cantor Blake, and this is the first book in the Goddess Wars series. She's also well known for her duology Anna Dressed in Blood and Girl Nightmares. I actually own Anna Dressed in Blood, which I got last year, and I never got around reading it, but I'm hoping to read it this month. So anyways, this is dealing with Greek mythology, and it's kind of a dark kind of Greek mythology, so very looking forward to reading her new book. And then the next two are the ones that I picked up at the news section last week when I picked up that one. So the first one being Shadow of the Mark by Leah Fallon. This is the sequel to Creator of the Mark, which I also read during the readathon back in July, which I really enjoyed, and I cannot wait to read this one and see what happens. I love the first one. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It had kind of a slow beginning, but I'm hoping this one doesn't, but I'm really excited to see what happens next. And then the next book is A Beast and Beauty by Stacey J. This is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, which is one of my favorite fairy tales, and I cannot wait to read another retelling of that story. I actually read one last year, which was Beastly by Alex Finn, which is actually a movie made out of it, but wasn't very fond of the movie, but it was still a good movie. But I'm excited to read this one, so can't wait. So now moving on to the books that I got this week. I got 4. First one being one that I got in the news section, and it is Don't Look Now by Michelle Gannon. This is the sequel to Don't Turn Around, which came out last year, and I'm very looking forward to starting this series. I have to admit I haven't read the first one yet, but I am gonna get around reading it. But they didn't have it in the teen section, so I had to pre-order it. So until it comes in, I'll have to wait. So I went ahead and came in and bought the got the second one from the library, so I can have it with me until the first one comes in, so I can read both of them. And now moving on to the ones that I pre-ordered and came in. First one is Let the Sky Fall by Sharon Mister. I did mention this in a previous haul, but I never got around reading it, so I went ahead and rechecked it out. So very excited to read it. Then the next two are new titles. First one being Scorch by Mara Maguchi. Hope I pronounced that right. This one sounds really interesting. It has dragons and it's set in a dystopian world. So yeah, and the cover is outstanding. So can't wait to get around reading this. And I am a big fan of dragons. Any books about dragons, I just love to read. So the next one is The Burning Sky by Sharon Thomason. This has been talked about from Epic Reads, from Harper Teen, so I am really excited to see what all the fuss is about and see how this book's going to be. So yeah, this one's been on my wish list since I've seen the cover, so very excited to get around reading this one soon. So that ends all the books that I got from the library. Now I'm going to move on to the books that I bought. I bought 3 books at the beginning of this month. So first one being one that I actually picked up from the dollar store. And just so you guys know, definitely check out your dollar store because sometimes they have some interesting books there. So the first one being the sequel of Once Dead, Twice Shy. It is Early to Death, Early to Rise by Kim Herson. And I'm very excited to get to starting the series. I've had the first one on my shelf for a while. I've got it last year on sale at Books A Million, but I just never got around reading it because I wanted to wait until I could find the sequel, and I just never could find it. They just never had it on display, so can't wait. So for $1, can't beat that. And then the next 2 are ones that I picked up from Walmart. First one being the second book to the Arcane Chronicles, which is Endless Night by Kelsey Cole. This is the sequel to Poison Princess, which I read back in February this year, and I loved. So I'm looking forward to reading the second book so I can see what happens with Evie and Jack, so can't wait. And as you can see, I got it for like $5.99, so I couldn't beat that. So, and I was looking for, the next one is actually a book that I was looking for that day, but they didn't have it in, so that's why I got that one instead, and I couldn't beat the price. So this is the one that I was looking for, so I got it Friday instead of Tuesday, and it is the first book in the League series, which is Unbreakable by Camille Garcia. This is Camille Garcia's new novel. She is the co-writer of Beautiful Creature series. She co-wrote with Margaret Stoll, which I mentioned her book a few months ago, which was Icons. There we go. And the cover of the second book, which is oh my gosh, I went totally blank on the name. Idols. There we go. Idols comes out next year, and the cover of that just been released. So very excited to start that series. Anyways, very excited to start Camille's book and read it this month, and I'm actually going to be meeting this author next month, so very excited. So now moving on to some things that I picked up at a special event that was going on that week. There was a special Star Wars thing going on at Barnes & Noble, and I almost forgot about it. And I went there, and I was going to take some pictures, but I noticed that I forgot my camera. So, and I needed to go there anyway, because I was pre-ordering a classic that I wanted to read this year, and they didn't have the copy that I wanted, so I pre-ordered it that week. So while I was there doing the Star Wars thing, I picked up a couple of samplers, one for my brother and one for myself, and these are the samplers that are in the sampler, books that are in the sampler, so very excited to read these. And the lady that was helping me gave me her pen that I loved it. I commented about it, and she knew how much I liked it, so she gave it to me, and this is what it says, if you guys can read it. So very cool keepsake. And then also, while I was there, I picked up tons of samplers of Allegiant quote samplers of the chapters, so I had to pick these up. I love the series, even though I've only read the first one. I'm planning on reading the second one soon. But anyways, very excited to read this one. It comes out next on Tuesday. I am in the middle of another book right now. So yes. I'm actually in the middle of the second one, but I haven't finished it. And I'm also in the middle of another book too, so 2 books. Anyways, as you can see, it's on my shelf right now because I'm going to be doing a bookshelf tour, so I have it on my shelf right now. But got one for myself and one for some giveaways that I'm going to talk more about next month. So now moving on to the books that I bought. This is the book that I pre-ordered, which is Alice Adventures in Wonderland by Carroll, illustrated by Camille Garcia. And as you can see, this edition is so pretty. I do want the Barnes & Noble letterbound one, but I have to wait until Christmas for that one. So I got this one to start off with until I can get that one. And I cannot wait to read this one. I have been looking for an edition of Alice in Wonderland for so long, but I just never liked the editions, and that's why I haven't read it yet. But I have seen the movie, and it's been one of my favorite stories when I was growing up, so very excited to get to that. And then also there, I couldn't beat getting Teen Vogue, which is November's edition. They didn't have 17, but that week, so yes. And if you're wondering, I picked this and Alice in Wonderland both last week, so yes, very excited. So then I got that, I got this and both these next books the same day, and that was on Thursday. And so I got Ender's Game by Austin Scott Card. I have to say this was a good find. I got it for 25 cents. They had to sell for any paperbacks 50 cents, which originally 50 cents is a quarter, and the hardcovers $1, originally $1 was 50 cents. So can't wait to read this one. The movie comes out in next month on the 1st, so can't wait to read this. And then the hardcovers that I got, first one being Misguided Angel by Melissa De La Cruz. This is the 5th book in the series, and I thought it was the 4th one, but it's actually the 5th one. But I'm still excited to have it. So yeah, perfect condition. I have the first 3 books, and I've been looking for the other books so that way I can read them. So if you guys remember, I also got her new book, Frozen, so very excited to hopefully get the other books in her other series. Then I got The Time, Travel, and Fashionistas by Becca Tursky. Hope I said that right. I've been wanting this book for quite a while. This one's been on my wish list. And this is about a girl that time travels. This one, she time travels to the year of the Titanic time period. And then the second one, she goes to the time period of Marie Antoinette. So I'm very excited to read these, and I'll show you guys without the dust jacket. It has this beautiful design, looks like a diary. It's really pretty. So very excited to add this to my collection. And then the last one, I have already read this one. I read this entire series. I've only owned the first one, so when I saw this in hardcover and for 50 cents, I couldn't beat it. So it is Forever by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the 3rd and final book in the Mercy Falls series, which is about werewolves. So I'm so excited to own this, and now I just need to get a copy of Linger, and I'm hoping to get it in hardcover if I can find it. So that ends that stack. So now moving on to the stack that I got on Friday, which is a lot of books that I got last Friday. So, alright, so I went ahead and went back to the thrift store that had that sale, and I got tons of more books there. So, the first one being an adult book, and it is Deadly Night by Heather Grimm. As you can see, I couldn't see the title because it has a stupid sticker, but very excited to start reading Heather Grimm's books. I've been slowly collecting her books because I'm going to be meeting her next year, so I've been trying to find some of her books. So I got that one. And this one's been on my wish list for a while. It is Kissed by an Angel, and it is by Elizabeth Chandler. It is the first 3 books in a bind-up. I own the 4th book in hardcover, but I can never find the first 3 books in this bind-ups because you never have it. So yeah, I was really excited to find that for $1. And then I got Red is for Redemption and Blue is for Nightmares, and it's by Lauire Storm. And I've been looking for these books for quite a while too, so for $1 I couldn't beat that. And then the next book is Princess Ben by Catherine Gilman Moorduck. Hope I said that right. This is another one that's been on my wish list for quite a while, and I am really excited to read it and own it as well. So, got that. And then I got some books in the Click series by Lisa Harrison. I got some that I was missing, as well as the first book. I do own the first book, but it was really badly damaged, so I had to replace it. So I got Click, Best Friends for Never, Invasion of the Boy Snatcher, A Seal with a Disc, and P.S. I Love You. So those are the 5 books that I got from that series, counting the first book. Now moving on to the 3 hardcovers that I got. First one is Reincarnation by Susan Whalen. I've never heard anything about this book, but I am excited to check it out. Same for this next book, but I have read books from this author, and it is Girl at Sea by Marlon Johnson. I have read 13 Little Blue Envelopes, as well as the first 2 books in her The Name of the Star and the sequel to that, which I forgot the name of, but I have read those, and I'm very excited to read this one by her. And then I do already own this one, but I couldn't beat 50 cents for this in hardcover, so I went ahead and got it. And it's Delirium by Lauren Oliver. This is the old hardcover of it. It does have a little bit of grump, like dirt on it, but I'm going to clean it up in later, and hopefully it'll be all nice and shiny. But yay, can't wait to meet this author next month. Yay. Now moving on to the books that I got at